Okay. Sorry. There's a Reddit post about, like, did CIG lose... Did they lose the plot? Do they know what they're doing? Like, are they making the same game or something? Which is, like... honestly, probably a fair question, but also... Oh my god. Okay. Another habited planet. Had some ships that spawned in just as I left. Cool. What was I gonna say? Of course there's shit on the ocean. Oh, they do have asteroid bases. Okay. That's cool. What was I gonna say? What was I going to say? I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know. 3D printing? Getting back into that? So, I got a 3D printer. Me and my mom got a 3D printer for Christmas. I don't know, like 2023, 2024, 2023, I think. It took a while to set it up, because it's like... I was like, I'm so interested in 3D printing. Go set it up. It's like, oh, okay. I got other stuff to do, but like, okay. And don't do things very fast, in all fairness. So we set it up, had a bunch of problems trying to get it to run, tried to diagnose the problem, tried to diagnose all the problems, and figure stuff out. Got some stuff working. We had a giant blob, which happened, well, I don't know. I'm think just specifically because of the filament we were using. Something was not good. Something was not right about that. Because I had successfully swapped filaments. I think we went to like something else that was like either like a dyed PLA or a it was like PLA plus or something. Not PLA plus, but it was something, and it's like, wait a bit, I didn't get the same thing in a different color, and it's like, no you didn't. And then it's just like, and at one point I'm like, okay, my mom was like, hey, how do I do this? Because I want to do this. And I was like, okay, here's how you do it. And I walked her through it, and then like, now she's like, I would love to know how to do it, but I just don't know. Every time I try looking things up, I just don't know. And it's like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what to tell you. And it's like, since that time, she's like doing pottery now. And I'm like, I don't think pottery or 3D printing are really that like more complex of each other. I don't understand. Like, I barely understand the 3D printing. Like, trying to keep my head around just like a couple of filaments. Around one filament, just trying to figure it out is enough for me. But like, now I'm okay. So my sister, is getting married in October, and it's August now. And she's having my mom do a bunch of stuff, like making a decorative napkin bandana placemat thing or something. And like, for one thing, is my mother's not being paid for this. It's her own daughter, I guess, but that's okay, cool. And my mom's also doing like pottery. I don't know if they're decorative pots for something, but like, my mom's like, oh, we need a stamp. We need a fucking stamp because my sister and soon-to-be brother-in-law, like, their wedding, they got a fucking whole website. They got a logo. They have, I don't know, like, you know, they had a bridal shower. They had a wedding shower. They had, you know, many a thing, and I'm like, this is a lot. I mentioned before that they bought me like $400 pants or something, like 2 pairs of $400 pants or some crazy thing, because it was like, I don't know if I'm this size or that size. I'm like, well, we'll just buy you 2 pairs. Not just like, oh, buy it and send us back. No, here's just 2 pairs of pants. Actually, I should ask my friend if he'd like, hey, like, I know, like, you're like slightly larger in size than me. These are slightly larger pants. Would you like these so that somebody is getting some use out of them? I mean, I will probably wear both if that friend says no. I don't know if, honestly, I would like, I'd be like, okay, listen, I didn't go out and buy these extremely overpriced pieces of fabric. Sorry, I'm getting off track here, but it's just how rants go sometimes. We'll get back to 3D printing. But yeah, I will wear those pants and be like, look, I just got them, and I got them, so I'm gonna wear them. And I don't really give a shit. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to, like, sell them and then use the proceeds to buy the material to make several pairs of pants and then give those pants away for free to charity? Because, you know what, actually, that sounds like a cool idea, and maybe I'll consider that. Or maybe just fucking making pants and giving them to a charity or something. I don't know, that's... eh. I do want to make my own pants, so that's a thing. What was I gonna say? Oh, 3D printing. Yeah, so currently, I think the problem I was running was that, silly me, it says that the PLA, you should have the bed temperature at 60, which means you should actually have the hot bed temperature at 80 degrees Celsius. Not 60, 80. And also, like, it's a PEI plate, and my girlfriend told me that, I was like, it says that you don't need adhesive for a PEI plate, and she's like, that's bullshit, yes you do, and, I gotta look into it. I gotta look into it, because I'm not totally convinced. But I've been using glue ever since, and it seems like it's been doing well. Now, I was trying to print a 3D prop. I was trying to print a prop gun to use for my friend, so he could use it in a short film he's gonna make, or has made by this point. I actually need to look it up. It was like for a 72-hour film festival thing. Anyway, I tried to print the gun on the side, and that was not working. And I think it was because it was taking so long to print the layer that, like, problems were happening. And also I went from... Well, also I think that I was printing too fast. or I'm sorry, I was printing too slow, that I went from 20 millimeters per second to 30, and things started working. But I also scaled down the model, and I turned it so instead of printing from side to side, I printed from back to front, which I think, but again, also, like, instead of having a full-sized gun prop, I have this teeny little thing, which, you know, whatever, but that actually, like, worked. It would have taken like 2 days to print the prop at 30 millimeters per second, and I should try it faster, but right now it's currently printing out a stamp for my mom. But yeah, it's also a little sad. So I did print that stamp. That was a stamp for the logo for my sister's wedding, and I printed it. I was like, oh, we want it to be 2 inches. I was like, I'm gonna print a smaller one. So I did like a 1 inch, I think, like 25 millimeters or whatever. Because I'm like, well, I was like, okay, so what size do you want it? Do you want it 2 inches? I was like, it can be smaller. And, you know, like, it took an amount of time, and it wasn't fast, but it wasn't days. The 2-inch one might take, it's not going to take days, it's not going to take a day, but it's going to take like 6 hours or something. So, there's stuff I want to print. Also, I mean, like, I was thinking with the prop gun, I'm like, you know what, I could print this in parts and have it, like, you know, actually try and do something with moving parts. And it would just take time to design it, is the thing. And, like, I mean, like, well, if it was designing a real gun, it would be one thing. Let's not get into that. But as a prop that just needs moving parts, I can just do a really quick dovetail mount thing, and I can have, instead of printing out one full-size prop, I can have it in multiple pieces, and that those multiple pieces, you know, instead of taking, it could take, instead of bringing out the whole thing in like 2 days, I could print out pieces in, you know, 8 hours or something. And I mean, theoretically it would take longer, right? Because it's printing and then getting ready to print, printing it, getting the thing, and then doing the same thing over and over again. But not that much longer, technically. And also, like, it's going to be easier to print, so. And maybe, you know, we'll see if I can work up the speed as well. Because 30 millimeters per second is not great, and I want to print helmets. I want to print the roadblock helmet from Helldivers 2. I want to be able to print anything you would print, frankly. I didn't get the, you know, my printer because it has a high temperature nozzle that could theoretically print Kevlar, but I mean, that sounds cool as shit. So, like, fuck it. I mean, like, if I want to build a goddamn, you know, Helldiver helmet out of fucking Kevlar, I want to be able to do that, goddammit. But, yeah. So, if I did that, it would be, I don't think I could do that right now. I think I would need to look into a few things. I think I do need to look into the bed. We do have a clipper, which I never got set up, and I would also like to do that, and that should also probably be a priority. Any tips and tricks would also be very much appreciated, but yeah. I am thinking, for one thing, well, I need to be able to go and make my own models, which I have done, but clearly, like, I need to do a better job of it, and I need to get more models or make more models and do things. I want to take the spaceships in my science fantasy thing. I want to model those ships, and I want to be able to 3D print them and have the whole thing. I also want to, frankly, I want to make a goddamn city diorama. There's like the colony maps in Helldivers have actually kind of inspired me. I built kind of, not really the same thing. Oh god, I just upped the DPI on my mouse accidentally. Sorry, what was I gonna say? Yeah, oh jeez. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I want to be able to, okay, I want to print out models, of the ships, and that, like, you know, I want this to be a whole, like, modular thing. I don't have any boom colas on me, god damn it. But I do have wine, which counts. Also, do I have... Didn't the reticle not work before? What the fuck is happening? Okay. I mean, cool, I guess. Anyway, because I want the, sorry. The ships in the city thing. The ships, I want them to be modular, so I want to literally, be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna design, like, the wings for this thing, and just have, you know, like, a little dovetail mount, and then maybe some other, like, a dovetail mount, a double peg thing, a triple peg thing, you know, different mounting, solutions for... Like, I don't want a wing to be put onto an engine mount or something. You know, I don't know. We'll see. I want different kinds of connections, though. I don't want you necessarily to put a wing mount on a fender or something, right? Or a wing on a fender. Although, now that I'm saying... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, the city thing, okay, so... oh, sorry, yeah, no, okay, so the city thing, colony maps in Helldivers 2, which were introduced with the squids, by the way, when the Illuminate came, so the colony map is a combination of, like, an urban area and a... Combination of an urban area... Oh, God. It's a combination of an urban area and a... wild area. Rural area. With the colonies being these walled-off sections that have underground highways connecting them, in theory, you cannot access them. And depending on what, mob you're fighting, you probably wouldn't want to, but that doesn't matter. If the goddamn water is not to the south here, it is to the north. That, I don't think makes sense. Although, well... well, I don't know. I think north and south are kind of like an A and B thing, and it's not like the magnetosphere of Earth is like, it's not the North and South Pole change. They change position, and eventually at some point the magnetosphere gets weak, but then it will come back and it will switch. So the North Pole will be in Antarctica. South Pole will be, where the North Pole was. That, I believe I have heard that from Neil deGrasse Tyson, but I could be misremembering things. I am a derp, so take that with a grain of salt. But, yeah. If I was going to make a video game, I would just have north be the up point. Sorry, I've been talking a lot. I think I need to rest my mouth hole. But yeah, so, honestly, the colony maps in Helldivers are just an urban sprawl. They're not really, organized. You don't have, you just have generic buildings. There are some, well... there are, unique ones in the kit, and you can, recognize, you can, of course, it's a kit. And there are, shops and things, but they don't really, look like, oh, this is a shop. It's not like there's a shopping district, there's a residential district. It's just kind of, procedurally generated, which is fine for what it is. But I went in to City Skylines in order to build... Does it not actually give you a north on this little compass? Huh. But yeah. I do like these purple trees also, by the way. What was I gonna say? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so what I decided on when building it in City Skylines was that it was... you, section it off into, little blocks, but there is a perimeter with an inner road and an outer road. And those blocks... So the outer road is just a regular road. In City Skylines, it's a low-density road. It could be... I could change things around a little bit, but I'm, basically, well, everything's 1 unit and 2 units. Like a 1x2 or a 2x2 or whatever. So, you have, in, that outer ring, well, I guess not the outer ring where, theoretically, the wall would be, you could put walls in City Skyline with mods. Not even with mods, you could do it with other things. Those are office buildings. On the inside of the outer ring of things is like all the commercial shops, and then inside of those walls, or inside of that, is all the residential buildings. And if it's big enough that you have like a 3x3 square, that like there is space in between the residential, like there's areas for another block, that is where you would put high density apartment buildings and high density commercial things. And that way, theoretically, like all of the houses are basically just a block away from something they need. And then also I mentioned that like the outer ring where all the commercial is, on the outside of it would be, I'm sorry, I'm so caught up in this because I'm really excited about this idea. On the outside, regular road, that's where all the highways connect. Maybe there are some other connections, but that's for like bigger things, larger things. And the inner ring is a train system or a monorail system as far as in city skylines, because I want it above the ground. It could be on the ground. I think above the ground looks, I don't know, more developed. It's more expensive, I think. I think it's more expensive. I could be wrong. I don't know. And I would probably prefer trains, like the above ground metro stuff like you see in New York and things. And then also being able to go underground as well would be good. But the way it works in City Skylines is it's like whatever. But yeah, and also with the commercial stuff, that's where all like the police station, fire station, hospitals, schools would be. And oh, jeez. Okay, I need more water. I think I'll probably end this after this planet. But yeah. And then, so the outer ring connects to the underground highway, and it's like a whole mess of things, I think. I maybe, I'm thinking that maybe it's, like, it shouldn't be, like, super complicated, but, you know, it should be, like, straight roads, and then occasionally things that do veer off. I can think of a few video games, Halo mostly, where there are like highway sections that like merge and connect. Like Halo 2 and Halo 3 ODST are the ones I'm thinking of, although it's not like an underground highway. It's like, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And then above the space in between, and there's like a minimum space you would have, that's where all the industry goes. And you don't just use the roads connecting to the industrial parks and industrial areas, because there is a toll booth that, you know, deters you from doing that unless, like, you absolutely have to. Like, if you're, you know, going to, you know, deliver stuff or get stuff delivered from a factory to a shop. Or, you know, whatever. So, and also, again, like, you know, everything is, theoretically, everything is within walking distance, so you only use a car if you want to, and not because you need to. Which I don't think would be the case. I don't think would be the reality in, Helldivers, but whatever. And, sorry, again, also, I would like to 3D print... How the fuck did we get here from this? I would like to 3D print, like, little sci-fi buildings, little roads, and this whole little thing is like a diorama, and then put these, like, diorama mats up. Maybe use them for, like, D&D and tabletop games and stuff. I don't know. I really like the idea. And I'm also thinking that in my world now, that is just a thing. That it is just a thing that, yes, here are these things that are here are these this like the standardized sort of like city layout. I'm not gonna say like it doesn't have to be like standardized through the entire, you know, free systems. And of course, like, I would think that the Evil Earth Empire is like, you know, I not necessarily car dependent, but like if you have a car, like, is, you know, it's like a whole thing. The free systems, it's like, yeah, I mean, if you have a car, cool, but it's not like if you're like, oh, look at this car, people are gonna be like, oh, look at this car, I'm so cool. People are like, okay, sir, this is a Wendy's. I need to go about my day. You need to shut the fuck up and buy something, or get the fuck out. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do, like, if I were making a video game, yeah, I would want to have above-ground highways as well, and different styles, definitely, of how to do things. Maybe, you know, like, potentially doing the opposite thing of just having, you know, doing the opposite thing of having, houses on the periphery, and then all the services around, or in the center, and then, you know, having that sort of, having that unit maybe connect to other units, having different shapes. Oh, this, you know, this place has a lot of circular city or town units. And also, like, yeah, I kind of want the idea to expand to cities, but most of these would be like towns. And of course there would still be like rural areas, but they would just exist outside. And also, like, definitely also you would have, let's say, you would have industrial areas that, I don't know why this would happen, but industrial areas that become like slums. And I don't know why. I mean, like, sort of thing where they, like, you know, this was a factory, but then, like, production got moved or outsourced, got moved to a cheaper place on a moon or something, or it got outsourced to a different, either a different city, a different country, different planet, different government, whatever. But yeah, so, like, I definitely have some ideas. Right now, City Skylines, I downloaded some mods that I shouldn't have, and now I probably gotta just go and turn off. I gotta go sort through and find out what's the bad mod. So I gotta probably do that before I really go too crazy. But, you know, doing several different loadouts would be good. I think one thing I want to do is also establish a few ships for the 3D printing.
I'm really happy to see you.
I know that I want I want a ship. Well, I definitely want some gull wings for ships, but also that's like, you know, a modular thing. I want the, like, one class of ship to be like a small shuttle, a modular small shuttle that is built around the idea of, it is a shuttle, but it is also like modular, so you can turn the drop seat area into a cargo area, into a camper van, and several models should exist, right? So there should be ones that, you know, just do any number of things. Any number of things and every number of things, so... yeah. I'm gonna go drink water. And, yeah, until next time, have a good day, great day, even. Chowskis.